Good evening, fam. This is Paul, the Platinum Prince. I'm sorry for my hiatus. I've been going through a lot lately, and also I've just been on a recovery thing with my health. So apologize, guys. But what I want to talk to you today about something in the Metazoo world that really doesn't have much chatter, and I think is highly undervalued. And what are we talk about specifically is the Metazoo comics. This is Chapter 4, Print 1. This is, all of you know, my favorite cryptid, Loveland Frog, as here in all his glory. I did build quite a position on this from the Metazoo website. They're about $10 a pop, and it was interesting. After I built my position, a couple days later, Mike said they were sold out. So I'm not gonna say how much I have. I did order a good amount, but that was quite interesting that it happened to be sold out after I bought them. So who knows if it was me or some other, or it could have been some really big whales. But print run of the comics of this one, I believe, and chapter 3 as well, is about 10,000 or so. So I want to discuss that's print run. The value of these were $10. I believe people have been selling them on eBay for like 12, 15 bucks. But I want to really emphasize the comics specifically. Why? So Metazoo, as you know, is a growing IP. There's much more to it than a trading card game. Yes, that's what I started off at. That's what it is. It's a trading card game. But as you know, we're now on New York Time board. You've got a video game in the works. You've got plushies now. I swear, a basic egg plushie, and people are going nuts. Good luck finding one cheaper than $200 online. Yeah. Anyway, so in the latest Metazoo hour, Mike was hinting that the comics that there's more to it than what we think. I am not quite sure what he's referring to, but here's the thing: if when Metazoo does animation TV show, I really think these comics will skyrocket. Especially like Chapter 1 is about like Chapter 1 Print 1 is about $700, and that only had like 500 copies. Then there was a higher print one of Chapter 1 Print 2. I don't remember the exact. If I had to guess, I think it was like 1,000 or so, maybe 2,000. I'm sorry, correct me if I'm wrong. And that one is going for 100 or so. And then you got Chapter 2, which I've seen between Print 1, $25, $30. Chapter 2, Print 2, between $10, $12. And I'm not sure if Chapter 3, I think, only has a Print 1 as far as I know. I'm not think I've seen Chapter 3, Print 2. Correct me if I'm wrong, but so be it. But anyway, so whenever Metazoo does animation, I think these will be taken off. Why? Because I know there are also people. See, this will bring into a wide range of audience. You got, of course, the Metazoo people who will buy Metazoo stuff. You got comic book people who love to diversify comic books, and this is also, it's very well done, beautiful graphics. So congrats, Mike, Poncho, and all the other artists, Isaac, and all the other artists working on these. This is well done. And what I love about the comics is similar to the booster boxes. You even got, it's hard to show on camera, the tamper seal to show authenticity in case, if somebody tries to open and stuff. I would always recommend with comics, keep it sealed. There are a couple people, I've seen a few people who are grading comics, and there's also people paying a premium for a Mike, Poncho, signed comics. Now, I know you guys listen to my opinion about Metazoo signatures on the trading cards and booster boxes. However, when it comes to comics, I am more lenient on, in my opinion, of getting signatures. Why? Because in modern comics, it is more acceptable depending on the artist and the print of the comic and the edition, all that. Signatures can't fetch a premium. Now, when you have a signed comic, it is still a different market than a non-signed one. If I were you guys, I would kind of try to do a position in both. I don't have a signed comic just yet, but I will get one or two signed. But for me, primarily, I just like to keep it sealed in the original. But I do see value in a signed comic, especially when you don't know some of these artists. Like, say, we just had Victor Larson stop being officially with Metazoo tournaments, and he's working on other things. So his signature will fetch a premium. I've seen even on some of the sample slabs and cards that Victor Larson signatures are fetching a certain value. So that is neat. So yeah, and like I said, I focus, and here's the thing, is I speculate that when people have a favorite cryptid, say like Loveland Throng, they will hunt down a specific comic because it features their cryptid. Like, I will still say Chapter 1, Print 1, of course, will be the most valuable. It's the OG, it's the original illustrated comic, a very short print run. But as we get more and more into Metazoo, I know as the audience expands, they'll do higher print run on these future comics, and then I wouldn't be surprised if, like, for the cover, they'll eventually be LGS variant covers. What I mean is, like, you'll have, say, Chapter 7, and you can buy from the marketplace, or if the team decides to do this, is like you'll buy from the LGS, but I'll have a different comic art. So that'll be an incentive, to go and support the local LGS and then buy an exclusive Metazoo comic from them, because you know how Mike actually is a big supporter of LGSs. So that is if I know Metazoo's coming out with a lot of stuff. You got the fan art blister packs, you've got certain promo packs, you've got the video game in the works, you have I know big box products coming. Personally though, if you're only gonna focus on one thing outside of the main, like I'm mainly focused on the booster boxes, blisters, spell books, what is the true TCG side. Now, I would, in my opinion, of all of their supplemental products, comics are probably going to have the best return on your investment in the long haul. Like I said, because once animation takes off, people will be begging and racing to get these. And you may think, oh, well, I don't even have Chapter 1 or Chapter 2. It's like, guys, Metazoo is still young. We're only 4 sets in. We've had Kickstarter, Cryptonation First Edition, Second Edition Cryptonation, Nightfall, and now Wilderness. Just because it's not 10xing overnight, or in 2 days, or in 3 days, or whatever, the free tendies, doesn't mean opportunity is lost. Remember what I keep saying about when I reference Pokemon? Like Pokemon Unlimited had 4 waves. What are the prices now? For base set, $8,000. It was overprinted. It was garbage, right? Pokemon Jungle. That was even a worse story. Now it's at $7,000. So then, does history repeat itself? I just think it's ironic. People are like fire selling. I know we're living in it's tough economic times, gas prices, rent, whatnot. But I wouldn't say just let go of a Metazoo unless you have a situation you need to. That's a different story. But just because the price may dip 10, 15, heck, maybe 20, 25%, and the 5-10 year route, there won't be Wilderness, Nightfall. Honestly, even 5 years, I'd be surprised how much second edition will really be out there. By the way, second edition blister packs, officially out of print from distributors. Yes. So that's a little hint to you guys that already, stuff out of print. You think it's going to take that much longer for the boxes, for the booster boxes, Steam decks, spell books, and all that? And as the audience grows, I'm going to keep searching and searching for the older stuff. So anything from, honestly, I say anything from what will be the Golden Age of Metazoo from Kickstarter all the way to War, which is Cryptid, will be next year's set. I believe it will be the last one of Cryptid Nation before we head to Yokai Island. That will be the golden material, and now for decades it'll be like, oh wow, you got the original Metazoo sets. That is incredible. Yes. So that's my take on the comics. I think it's cool. I love Loveland Frog. I built a very good position in this. I think it's great. And I'll speculate. Maybe what Mike may hint is that if you possess comics, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised. You know what? Or maybe what he'll do is if you're an NFT holder, maybe you'll actually get exclusive NFT comics. Or, to those of you who already possess comics, maybe NFT holders will get could do like a special Mike Waddell signature, or even put a special sticker or stamp on these comics to show that provenance. That's a pure speculation guess I I'm not confirming it. I don't know if that'll ever happen. But you know how Mike likes to do the exclusives and hidden things, so you never know. So that's what I got today. Hope you guys have a wonderful day.